This will be a description of the Quickdraw weaving program's main pattern editor for focusing on the warp as well as the common functions that control the weft and the tie-up. I'm going to start with talking about the mouse functions, and the top left of the control screen here will show me the little mouse icon with the left button pressed. And I've got a series of drawing tools, so when I use the right button I can select an area I want to copy. And the third button is the scroll wheel, which would do the same thing as the two tools on the toolbar up above. So let me walk through these basic tools for a little bit. So when I ask for a line tool, let me start here. If I go straight up that line, it's going to look the same, but I can set that up however I want to. And I can come up, down, left, right, however I want to. The free tool, let me start over here in the left-hand corner this time, would allow me to just draw a freehand line or shape however I want to. Similar across the tie-up. And it'll show you the trace of where you've gone, just so you can see what was going on. And similar thing on the lift plan or the weft. Probably the most useful tool is the straight twill tool. And actually, let me start in the middle here. If I start on shaft 4, I can go up and it will fill in those shafts. I can pull it down. I can go left if I want it in increasing rating. So I can fill that pattern in any way I want to. And that would be the easiest way to do it. Similar function on the weft. And it does something a little bit more unique on the tie-up. If I drag the tie-up, it will fill that tie-up on a diagonal, so you basically get the twill patterns. Now the other thing I can also do is the paste tool. Let me go back to the warp editor. I've got a paste as well as a symmetric paste. So if I actually say I want to copy those 5 cells, copy, and if I want to paste those, it would just give me those 5 cells that I copied, and that could be as large a sequence as you want. It'll reverse it left and right if you go the other direction. If I do the paste symmetric, let me start here in the bottom right-hand corner. As I go up, you'll notice the marks on the top here. That shows me where the end of the repeat pattern is. The repeat of the asymmetric is on the bottom marker. So I can actually see how many copies of that pattern I've pasted in there. And you'll notice also the warnings, the yellow markers here tell me if the first shaft matches the last, which may be a mistake, as well as if I've got 2 warp threads. If I didn't want to do that, it's just a quick flag that says you may want to fix that. And it's up to you whether that's a problem or not. You can make those errors go away on the setup screen. I can also do a select with the left mouse click to be the same as the right, and I can copy that and then paste it. So if you had a 1-button mouse, that would allow you to do that. On the warp, I also have several amalgamation tools. I can actually take that block of threads and telescope it up or down. I can expand that block of threads and go up and multiply it and spread it out. These are common amalgamation things, so they're not real common. As well as the Digitize tool, which would basically take that block and reduce it to as many thread shafts as I actually want to use. In the warp editor, I've got the same function. The difference here is I also have a fill tool. So I can take a filled in square and just empty it, or fill in empty squares. And I've got a similar tool if I'm working on the weft and working with a lift plan or multi-treadle. I can fill in areas. So those are all of the primary mouse control tools that give me control of the warp, the tie-up, and the weft. Okay, this will be an update to the main warp weft editor mouse controls for Quickdraw version 5.10. Now what I've actually added in this one is a new drawing tool for incrementing and decrementing warps and wefts. Now this is very similar to the paste copied cells tool. So if I create a little point twill here, and I'm going to copy that into the copy buffer. Now, if I come back in with the paste tool, if I start at a particular point, let me slide straight across. That is exactly what the paste tool would have done. You'll notice that it's got the yellow line marks where it's repeating on shaft 1. If I slide that up 1, it's going to increment that repeated pattern by 1 shaft up each time. You'll notice across the top you can see the end of the repeat markers. And as far as you slide across to do that, And if I go up two lines, it will advance 2 shafts, each point 3, 4, 5, whatever you want to do. So at that point, I'm back to where it would be straight. If I go down, give me a decrementing point shafts. So I can go either up or down. And normally, if I was going which way I'd start on the bottom and just take it up. Or if I'm going the other way, I'd start on top and take it down. It's a little bit more obvious what's going on. But it can be kind of distressing when you change vertically, you get a lot of weird stuff going on. So that's why I created it as a separate tool. But it does let you create whatever you want to do in incrementing and decrementing shafts. Thank you.